And then, let's see.
So should I do it in Tongan now since everybody else here speaks Tongan?
Whatever you want to do, Auntie, it's totally up to you. Whatever, however you want to do your family history or...
Mom.
Oh, except for your son said no.
Well, do it in English because it's recorded.
Yeah.
So that everyone who watches
can
it can
hear it after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a show like.
Are we on now?
Yeah, the recording has started. Go ahead and start.
Okay. Hello, family. I'm so grateful and honored to have this opportunity to share my sweet memories growing up in Apericola. With you tonight. But before I continue, I would like to thank our Father in heaven for all the many blessings that we received with our individual families, and also giving us the opportunity to gather together tonight to share memories of our beloved Grandpa Mataele and his legacy. I didn't see Grandpa Mataele. Everything I learned of him was told to me by my dad, my uncles, and my aunties, and other people that knows him. As I was listening to Pauline 2 weeks ago, I envied her and was thinking how lucky she was to actually live with Grandpa and have fond memories of him. I grew up knowing Grandma Lolohea and Grandma Tuipulotu. I was also very fortunate to personally know Uncle Loloma and our famous auntie Mele Mataele. For the young people here, I don't know, but letting me just introduce myself to the young generations. My name is Atu Vaivaka. My parents are Malakai Tokuolava Mataele, aka Hameti Mataele, and Cecilia Tupove Tongovake of Haano Hapai. Hameti's parents are Sepiuta Lolohea and Sosaya Mataele. Hameti was born in Te'ekiu, August 23rd, 1919. He was baptized to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, August 25th, 1927. He married Cecilia on January 17th, 1957 at Pangai Hapai. He received his endowment in the New Zealand Temple, December 16, 1959, and sealed to his wife and 2 children, Pensimani Panuve Mataele and Atuki Hakautapu Mataele, on the same day. He passed away in Sacramento, California, December 14, 2013. I have 7 sisters and 9 brothers. My sisters is Eleanor, Fatafehi, Corini, Hola, Filoi, Mona Lisa, and Elsie. My brothers, Lopeti, Sina, Lolani, Penny, Samuel, Olafehi, Valentine, Loloma, and Tabake. I was told that my mom lived with Auntie Tupo and Uncle Fine in Pangai Hapai while she attended school. My dad came to visit his sister, and Uncle Fine was concerned about my mom and told Auntie Tupo to tell her brother to go back to Tonga. But Auntie said no. Tukuho mahalo kovi. But Uncle Finn still didn't like the idea that my dad was there. Not long after my mom and dad ran away and got married in Pangai, Hapai. I was told that my grandpa was very, very angry and said, Hela ia he ngahi hok ofe fine, kai alo mari mo fuhawa. Auntie Tupo was also very upset and disappointed because she now realized why her husband was concerned when her brother came to visit. Few years later, my grandpa Vake came to Tonga for the Free Wesleyan Church conference. And when he returned, my dad would load up his uta or his cargo with rice, sugar, flowers, corned beef, tin fish, mapagupak, and all the good stuff. Then my dad said, na ake pehe koe mari mo hawa, ka ngā loia ia koe hawa nuku alofa. In English, my grandpa was angry because his daughter was marrying a drifter, but my grandpa forgot that he was a drifter from Nuku'alofa. Tonight, I would like to share things about my dad that probably some of you may have not aware of. He was a man of many talents. In sports arena, he was exceptional in any sports he played. He played tennis. I remember growing up, going to see him play tennis at Victoria. I think that's what they call at the time, how, right? By Talamahu Market. That's where they have the tennis court. I always...
I'm Maurice Hedstrom.
Yeah. I always liked seeing him with his full tennis attire. He also played rugby. I didn't see him play, but I heard stories when we went to Vava'u in 1988. My husband was hired to be the principal of Saineha High School, and we arrived there. He went and supported the Falaleu team. A few days later, the elderly supporters of the team found out that his wife was Hameti Mataele's daughter. They told my husband that Hameti was a great rugby player, and he played with them and won the championship that year. He also played cricket. Bailamafi now told me that my dad was a great cricket player. Bailama said that he remembered this one particular game that Hameti hit the ball until nightfall. It must have been a great game. Hameti was a great gambler. He loves to go gambling. I remember when I was young, when the cargo ship come to Tonga, and Tuilatai will bring the Fo'ui men, and they come in to unload the ship, and they will get their paid, and they will come and invite my dad to come to Fo'ui. And I didn't know why he was going over there, but in the morning he will come and he will have all this money. And then I find out later that he went there to play dicey. And I know that he said every weekend that he goes, he will be probably coming back with maybe 80 or 90% of the people's pay. But the funny thing is, they still invite him every weekend to come and play dicey with them. And I don't understand that. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about his mission. He was called to serve a mission. He said he had started a business and he was growing very well. And one day, Motulalo Tonga came and told him that the mission president wanted to see him. He went to see the mission president, and the president told him that he wanted to extend a call for him to go on a mission. The mission president also mentioned that he knows that he have a successful business, but the Lord need him to go and serve a mission now. My dad, without hesitation, accepted the call and asked the president, when do you want me to go? And the mission president said, as soon as possible. My dad felt that the mission would be a tremendous opportunity for my mom to learn and gain a testimony of the gospel. Straight away, he went to Penny and Atu Vaivaka and asked them if they could take care of the business until he returned. Penny and Atu Vaivaka told my dad that they would be happy to do it. He was called to Atu Vaivaka. My dad said when we arrived at Otea, the members were struggling. After about a week, he asked to see the financial records in the branch. And he was so surprised to see that there was only 9 pennies recorded as tithing. He immediately realized the reason why the members were struggling. It was because they didn't pay their tithing. He went to Neyafu and bought 2 nets, kupenga, and orders a fishing boat. The members began to use the nets while they were waiting for the boat to arrive. They started fishing and marketed their catch at Neyafu, and the members started to pay their tithing and other offerings. The members were prosperous and happy. And a few months later, my dad was called to move to Feretoa. Eric Shamway was serving in the area at the time. My dad shared this experience with me. He said that him and Elder Shamway had an appointment to teach a group of people in Mataika. When they arrived, there were people in the house waiting, and there were people outside also. As they started to present the lesson, someone threw a rock on the roof. They tried to continue, another rock hit the roof again. When they tried to continue again, another rock hit the roof for the 3rd time. My dad said he stood up and said out loud, "Do you that throwing the rock to disturb this lesson? Be careful before something will happen to your hands." They were able to finish the lesson that night. 3 days later, a message came to my dad to go to the hospital. When my dad arrived, he was directed to a man that had broken his arm. As soon as the man saw my dad, he cried and apologized to him and confessed that he was the one that threw the rock on the roof. He begged for his forgiveness, and my dad told him he will be all right, but he needs to ask God's forgiveness because it was God that he offended with his action. After our mission, we went home to Apelekola, and the business was thriving and was double from when we left. In appreciation for Penny and Atu Vaivaka honesty and integrity, my dad gave the car for them to keep. Growing up, and as far as I can remember, we always go to Penny and Tua's house every Monday for family home evening. I remember when we have family home evening, when we have our activity time, we will be singing. I will be always singing a song to, that would be my talent that I showed. But I realized that I think that there was the beginning of my, it was like the little mustard seed growing. That was the seed that was started to grow within me to gain my own testimony of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I remember my dad. I live and I saw the high and the low of my dad's business. I remember when I was very young, he had this, the business was going, and I remember every Sunday he would give me an envelope to take to church. I did not understand really what was it. That every Sunday I would take that big envelope to church, and then later on I learned that because my dad was, as communicated at the time, he could not pay tithing. So the money was paid tithing under my name. So when I take the tithing to the bishop, the tithing was under my name. And I think that's why I'm so blessed, because even though it was not my money, but it was under my name. And that was a teaching that I live, and I use it in my family life, that I always, no matter what, I always pay my tithing, and the Lord will do the rest. I remember this particular time in Hawaii, we didn't have any food, but we had paid our tithing. And all of a sudden, to Poahau and Ofa walk in the house, they probably come looking for food. They came and opened the fridge. There was nothing. The cupboard was nothing. So we chat for a little bit and they left. So when they left, later that day, they came with shopping and all the stuff. And, and there was not just that time, but many, many times, that things like that, like Leo and Suriana, all of a sudden they stop by and bring manioke and moa and all the stuff. Is that but I learned that very young when my dad paid his tithing. Another thing that I learned from my dad, how he loved and cared for the missionaries. In the stores, he told them they can go there and tell them they get whatever they want, they can get. And I remember this particular time when I believe it was 1976, when President Kimpo came to Tonga. And the people were, the steaks or awards, they were preparing food for the guests and all them. But my dad, he prepared food for the missionaries. So when the people, the missionaries came from Hapai, Vava'u, Eua, Niua, and they were just sitting in the verandas in Liahona. But as soon as my dad, if the people were seated, the mic, somebody announced in the speaker that all the missionaries that they come to, I don't know which side he was, and they come there and they eat and they take food with them. And that's how my dad is. And so when I married, that's what I did. I feed the missionaries, whatever the missionary needs, because I didn't get the opportunity to go serve a mission. but lately I served 2 missions with my husband. But those are two important things that I have learned from my dad was to always pay a full tithing, so that the Lord will open the open heavens, and pour out blessings to you and your families. And the second one was to help the Lord's work. If you don't go to serve a mission, help the missionaries. Donate to the missionary funds. And and then one thing I remember about my dad is that how he loved his brothers and sisters. I grew up. I don't know the difference between Sela and Vika and Timoko and them. They were all my aunties and my uncles. And my dad and my dad always showed love and respect to his siblings. I know I remember a couple of times that Inoke will come. Maybe he heard something that my dad did. Inoke will come and cuss him and scold him. And my dad will just sit there, be quiet, and never say anything. Inoke will just say whatever he wants, say his piece, and then he left. And then my dad went. He never say anything or turitonu here or whatever. No, he just keep quiet. And then like when Tony and Hameti, those two were so close that Tony always come. And whenever my dad needs something, at one time the BP let my dad take care of the papa, their, what they call that? Can't remember. Anyways, so my dad told Tony, you come and do this. You come in and take care of that side of the, and that's how they are. And that's what if anything tonight that I want to leave with you is that we should remember the legacy that our fathers and our mothers live with us, is that they love each other, they care for one another, and that there's no such thing as half brother, half sister. There was no such thing. In this family, they love each other. And I know there are some stories about Grandpa that my dad told me, that it's very, very sacred to me. One of the stories that he shared with me is, I think maybe all of you know, but this is my version from my dad's version of what happened when the church was trying to be legalized in Tonga. My dad said that most of the people that works in the parliament have credit at Grandpa's store. And so when the day came, and I think also Nuku also have a credit in Grandpa's thing. And then so the day came, and the members were told to come, and they come and they sit underneath the ovava tree, and they just sing some hymn, waiting for the result of the decision, while the parliament was in session. And so but from what I heard, my dad told them that those that have credit, if they don't vote for him, they have to pay up everything, not piece by piece. They have to pay up everything. And so when we know the result, of the thing, that it came down to a tie, and then Enuku vote for the church to be recognized. And so another story that my dad said, he told me about his dad, that the way he do business, that my dad was doing business, it was everything that he learned from his dad. Because when grandpa goes to the wharf, he'll follow him. When he goes to, I think his name is Sisiweti, I'm not sure, Salah, if I'm not correct. He was the guy. He was the guy that ordered Grandpa's goods for his store. He'll go there. He will follow him everywhere and see what Grandpa was doing, and that's exactly what my dad did. You know, the last business before I left Tonga, he went to New Zealand and talked to a I think it was the butcher place there, and he negotiated with them for them to bring a big deep freezer, and then he'll bring their goods and he'll sell it in Tonga. So they brought the thing, I mean, without any down payment, nothing. And then they ship the all the goods he sells. He pay back the recipient, bull and all of them, and then payment for the freezer. And that's how he did it. And I think he learned that from how Grandpa negotiate things, and in doing business. And I remember a lot of the Palangi people that associate with my dad in the yacht club. They were wondering how he does his business because he was competing with them, the big people, the big business. And they don't understand how Hameti can compete with them. But I think because my dad said he know how to do low cost up. I can't remember what he said, but that's that's how he does. But like I say, at one time I remember I was still young at the time. I remember, I think after we came back on a mission, the business was going good and everything. And I think he became inactive and all that. And I remember there was a point in time that he didn't have anything, nothing. And how he take care of us, he went to Wharehoka and he hoka, do the hoka over there, and he earned the money there. So him and Loma will be taking turns. They will not be playing hoka together, the pool, because they will be, it will always end up as a tie. So they always know whose turn to play, because they know they're gonna get the money. So if my dad played, Loma will sit. And if Loma played, my dad will sit. But that's how he was able to take care of us at the time. He didn't have anything because he lost everything. And then he started all over again. Again, he started, but I remember when now I sit and I remember the scripture in DNC 82:10 that says, I, the Lord, am bound when you do what I say. When you do not what I say, you have no promise. And I remember when I was thinking about that, I remember, but my dad was always he was a kind, loving person. I remember our house always full, whether it's Mataele's family, or Lolohea's family, or my mom's family. There were always people coming, asking for help and stuff. And I know my dad is he have a big heart. And I remember when the cruise ship come to Tonga, my dad always get PP and turkeys and ham and stuff, and just left in the freezer in the store. But Tulatai always have parties. He always hosts a lot of people. And when Mauricio and them finish, my Tulatai always know to call my dad, because he know there'll be something in the freezer, because we never eat those stuff in Tonga, and it just keep for special occasions. So when Joe go to BP or Mauricio, and when they don't have those stuff, they'll just call and you never see any time that you see them. No, there was never a thing like that. When I have it, I give it. When you have it, if I ask, you'll give it. That's how the family. That's how I know and see families when I grow up. The story about the bus. My dad, when he got the bus from Fiji, at the time they're not allowed the bus to go with that length. It has to be shortened. But when the bus arrived, he went to Fatai, to the Tupelihake, and told the Tupelihake, asked the Tupelihake to have Fusipala come and hopo in the basi. So when Fusipala came, I remember we went around Tonga, and then we end up in Hatafu and have a feast over there and all that. And after that, the bus was not cut, and I know, and that's when Latu and his family was ready to come to Hawaii. So my dad just gave the bus to Latu, run and get all the fares for them to come. That's like I say, that's how family was, just helping each other. Penny came and lived with Latu and them in Hawaii, and and I'm so grateful to grow up in a family that doesn't value material things. Their relationship, to me, their relationship was more important. Their love for each other was more important, and I'm so grateful for that. I have some little stories, some funny stories to tell for us to laugh. Okay, so my first stories is about Iki, my partner in crime. Iki is Salah's brother, and Iki and I were just, when you see Iki, I'm not far away. And one day he came over. Hameti was about to go to Fiji with some people's passport to get their visas. So Iki came and said, "Ako, can you go and get my visa?" I said, "Yeah, get the passports." So my dad went. So when my dad went, he came back, and Iki's visa was stamped. But then my dad told me the story. And the day that he arrived in Maketi, Iki came, pick up his passport, look at the visa. He ran around the market. Hey, America, here I come. America, here I come. But my dad told me the story. When he went to Fiji, left all the passport there. When he went back to pick up the passport, everybody else was stamped except for Iki's. So he went and asked the counselor, why is my nephew's passport not stamped? And he said, and then it was a lady. She said, look at the back. So he looked at the back. The passport was sent to Fiji and was declined, and then was sent back. So once it declined, it won't be able. So my dad he think fast, and then he said, no, I want to talk to the consul. And then so they went there. It was a uli lady. My dad went in there and sit down with her. He said, what do you want, Mr. Mataele? He said, I'm here to see why my nephew's passport was not stamped. I said, did the girl up front told you? Because yes, he told me, but why? Why you tell me? And then while the lady was talking, my dad said, do you know you were a slave, come to America a slave. I and my nephew are going back to America because it's our country. It's my country, my forefathers. But you slave, you have, as my dad said to the lady, oh, okay. Stamp the passport and then send my dad out. So Iki told my dad, I will go to America and buy the most expensive suit for you. And Iki passed away, no suit. Now my dad passed away, no suit. Okay. Another story. When Auntie Lovely come to Tonga, me and Iki is the her right hands. We'll go everywhere together. We go to Mua, we go everywhere, and we sing everywhere. But at nighttime, I don't go. Only her and Iggy go. I don't go anywhere. I stay in the house. Only Iggy and Auntie go. So one time, Iggy came over, and Auntie was still sleeping, and Iggy goes, Auntie, and Auntie was still sleeping. She went, Auntie, and Lovely said, shut up. And Iggy said, you better wake up before I call Hapolisi. And then Auntie said, you be quiet. Don't make any stories or don't make up things, And so I don't know between the two of them, I don't know what happened when they went that night. But all I know that Iggy said, Auntie. Okay, another story. Oh, my dad. Me, when the shop closed, I help my dad count the money. We count the money all the time and put in there's a safe in the store. We count the money, we put the 1,000, put a rubber band, 1,000. And then one day he came and eat and he left and I saw the key sitting on the table. Okay, when my dad left, I called the boys in the house. You stand here, look at the side, look to the other side of the house, and I go inside the office, the store. I open the safe, pick up the bundle, take 100 from here, 100 from there. I must have taken 800, and then close the thing, and then I went home. And I went home to my mom and I gave 600 to her and I gave 200. And my mom said, where did you get that from? From the store. And then the day that we're supposed to go and put the money in the bank, me and Dad will sit down and count the money again. And tell my dad said, what happened? It was only 900 here, 900 there, 900. But I don't know. You don't want to have the key. I don't know. They said, there's something wrong here. I said, but nobody has the key, Dad. It's only you have the key. So now we have to readjust and put another money here to make up the 1,000. And when I and when I go, all the stores in Tonga, they know who I am and stuff. And I went there, and this is when my dad was living with another lady. So as soon as I go by, they, hey, Atu, come. And they said, I said, what? Oh, you know that lady? She came here and she take 6 yards from here and 6 yards from there and 6. Then I said, okay, give me 6 yards, 6 yards, 6 yards. Bring all of that over here. I went to another shop. They tell me, hey, come here. What? She came here to get the shoes and stuff over here. What shoes? Over there. Okay, bring the shoes. So I went around the shop. There was a little boutique at Tungia Gate. I went there. They said, hey, she came here. There's a scarf here. Okay, what scarf? Oh, there. Bring the scarf. All of a sudden, my mom saw me with all this stuff, putting down on her. And she said, where did you get all of this? I said, well, I just went there. Those guys told me, Mala came over there and get this. I said, okay, get it for me. I went over there, same thing. They came. And then I think after 3 months, doing the same thing, I was still sleeping in the room. And all of a sudden, I hear the car door close. And I hear my dad. Where is she? Where is she? And then my mom said, what are you talking about? Where is that girl? And then put all the receipts down, throw all the receipts down on the table. Look at what she did. Look at what she did. But see, my mom already know what happened. I already told her what happened. As soon as she said that, my mom was looking for, I think, Hayane or something. I'm gonna get. And then my dad went back and get in the car and left. And my mom said, so my dad left. He went and closed all the accounts in all the stores. There was no more account in the stores because of what happened. But one story that me and my dad before my 16th birthday, I think it was December of 74. December 74, I was about to turn 16 on April that year of 75. My dad, we went on the Oriana, the cruise ship. We were supposed to go to New Zealand, and I think if we made it to New Zealand, I would have stayed there with Pauline. But we went and we stopped in Fiji. Get off in Fiji, my passport was expired. But the lucky thing that Mahe Uri Uri was there. And so my dad called Mahe. So Mahe fixed it that I stayed there for 1 week and then went back to Tonga. And my dad bought me a stereo. So we went back to Tonga. And I was telling Carlo the other day that me and my dad were planning to come to Hawaii for the wedding. And I think I was supposed to come and then live there, go to school or whatever. But I don't know what happened. The only thing I told Carlo that I heard that I don't know who told my dad that someone else was giving her away. So he was upset and then he didn't want to come that day. And but when I think about it, the Lord works in mysterious ways, and I'm so grateful that I didn't go to New Zealand, that I didn't go to Hawaii, because if I had, then I will miss out on my beautiful, handsome husband. He's a very, very humble guy that he take all my crap. That I'm so grateful that that those things didn't happen the way that we wanted. It was all for a reason, and I'm so grateful that I married my husband and we came to Hawaii for school, and even though he didn't like him at first, but when he passed away, he's the one that made him so happy. He always loved to talk with my husband about the gospel and share things, and I'm so grateful about that. But let me tell you one more story in Hawaii when we were there. One day my dad came and to give us a puha kapapulu in Hawaii, and he came into the apartment and told my husband to go get the kapapulu from the van. So my husband went over there to open the van. He went and opened it and he broke the handle. And then he came and he was kind of afraid to tell my dad, and he was caught telling me, "Oh God, mutu e mea here." So when I told my dad, and Molly left, my dad goes, "Tonga, ko ala tu pe o kumat o fengata kai fusi pe ke moto." So those are some fun memories that I have of my dad. I know that my dad always talked highly of his dad, of Mataele, and I remember one time he told me that his dad was more advanced than his time, because of the things that he did, how his mind works, and how he do business. He was more advanced, and I remember he told me the story that I think that's when he started to stay away from the church, because he was upset because he wanted to pay his tithing with the goods, with his koloa, not the money. And I guess the mission president said that, because they don't have anything to store those things and stuff. And he was upset with that. And then so but nevertheless, I'm so grateful for him. I'm so grateful for him, because if it weren't for him, we won't be able to enjoy the gospel of Jesus Christ in our lives. I saw that he didn't get baptized until 1937. It was very late that he got baptized. But I remember that one of the missionaries said that, he doesn't care about what other people say about this man. He doesn't care about what they say about his fault. All he knows that the Lord will be merciful to him and his descendants because of what he did for the benefit of the gospel. So families, I know, to me personally, I think our family are blessed, like how Abraham is blessed. If we keep the commandments, and do the things that are right, the blessing is right there. It's right there, right in front of us. That I know for sure. And I just want to leave my testimony with you that I know this gospel is true. This is Heavenly Father Church. This is Jesus Christ. He's the head of the church. This is the true and living gospel of Jesus Christ. I know that we have a living prophet today, President Nelson. Studying, come follow me. Oh, how much I appreciate Joseph Smith and the things that he had to go through to restore the gospel, and that we are the beneficiary of that. I know God lives. I know Jesus is the Christ. And I say this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Mom,
Yeah.
Mom, can you share that story you shared about Uncle Shonelolo and how he was instrumental of helping?
Yeah. When we went to Hawaii, when we came to Hawaii, I was 5 months pregnant. December. Yeah, I was 5 months pregnant. No insurance, nothing. And so Sonelolo picked me up, and then we went to the hospital. And he said, just sit over there. And I saw him talking to this girl, just talking, and saw him sitting on the desk, one of the desks, and just talking to the girls. And then we left. So when we left, I said, what happened? He said, don't worry. And and after, I think 2 weeks from there, I went back to Honolulu. And that night he said, hey, let's go to the nightclubs. I said, nightclub for what? Let's go there. Oh, your nephews are there. They'll give you money. So we all get up and we get ready, and then we went over there. We went to nightclub after nightclub. Motopuaka was there. I mean, everybody was there. I must have went home with, I don't know how much money I went home with it. And also that I think that weekend, Carlo had something for me too. And, when I went home, I paid my tithing that weekend. The clerk had to call my husband to say, is this a right amount that you pay for your tithing? And my husband said, yes. I said, where did you get all this money from? I said, my wife family, they live here, they all live here. And they, because it's her first time she came, and so they gave her money and stuff. Okay, after that, so when it's time for me to have my son, Penny, I went and have the baby in the Kaiser Hospital. And then I got my bill, $50. All I have to pay is $50. So I have no idea what Sonelolo said to those guys and what he did, but that's what happened. All I have to pay was $50 when I had Penny at the Kaiser Hospital. So, yeah, so funny.
We're close to Nelisa.
Huh?
Were you close with
Yes.
Nelisa?
Oh, this is another partner in crime, that one. Yeah, Nelisa and I, Nelisa, she worked in the shop. Me and her, we worked. And then when the a cruise ship come, they have a table that we go sell his stamps, old stamps and stamp collectors and stuff. So sometimes me and Elisa will go there. So me and Elisa will be sitting there selling the stuff. So when she sells, she keep. When I sell, I keep. So we keep. We put little money in there, but we keep some of the money. So when Dad come, and then when we go, said, "Hey, fema mahe." Pimamit. Kumo si mahe pe mo wa ki mo wa. Kita mo mahe mo si mahe pe mo wa ki mo.
Don't tell that, Atu. No.
I didn't know Nelisa is here.
I have to. Nani said, Atu's on the Zoom right now. You better come. Go, but oh my gosh, she's gonna say anything about us stealing the money. Atu is so cute.
Bawa bumara Hameti.
Aha.
Bawa kay Iloy Hameti.
Oh yeah. Ate mama. Oh, si mahe pe mo wa ki mo. Hey, I want to tell you about Annie. When I was going to primary, I'm going to primary during the week, So after school, I'll be walking with my friend Shifita to primary. And this lady will be calling me, hey, I'll be calling Kamani, hey? She'll be knocking on the thing and say, come around. So I go over there, she'll give me some biscuits. I go, I think 3 times. Then I went home and I told my mom, this lady, mama peke orang o mai ma pakpaku. Mama said, go hide. Kamata ke fita me kau. Oh, ko tu he fino Hameti ko sane. Ko tang men. So kake ilo ya we me ka ko ko so pe sane ilo ya. Si we mai ke orang taka ke mui ala ko mai ku ma pakpaku. We ha ko mai ta ma pakpak. Pa ko tai mi fa ke go hemia. No foi fa ko loa. O fa be foki ku. Ku popa ki mai ai girlfriend ko Hameti. Ta ko me ya ka fa tau ko ya. Ko ha be ta ya o tala mai ki ang Hameti pa abe ya. So I was one day I didn't go to school. I went and I just stayed at the shop, didn't go to school. And then this girl came with a letter handed to the one of the workers in Paupiak. I said, what is that? Oh, it's so I give it to me. So when they gave it to me, I was reading it. She wanted money for bread and milk and so I just look up and I told the girl, you go tell her this, all X-rated to her, tell her to it's from me. So she left. She left like a few minutes. My dad will be he see the car coming on in the parking. So as soon as I see the car come, I walk out there. I went and stay with Sade. I go stay with Sade. Said, what happened? Tell of those guys there that they see this. I know now that that's what they do. They come and take the money and take all the stuff every day. And I tell her off, and I think she told my dad, and he was coming there. But as soon as he's gonna walk in, I walk out and how can I walk all the way to Fasi to San and stay there. And stay there. So he's not gonna come over here. Oh, and Auntie Mele,
Let's bow on you.
She's a missionary once a month, and there's about when the missionary comes, there's about maybe 8-10 of them. So it's like a big feast. We have umu and all stuff. But this one particular time, Mele came. We had the table ready for the missionaries, and Mele came in, and she wanted to eat first. And my mom said, Mele, Oleva, wait until the missionary eat, and then you can eat. So Mele didn't say anything. She just walked back to the street, to the main street, stand right there where all the people were listening and say, Vale kai popo. to my mom. File vale kai popo, fie lau ko ha me moto. Ke kaya pa ang hautunga ane. I hear for my mom goes, Alu Mele, me, wee, fie lau ko ha. But 2 weeks later, ko ngao ya Mele. She came over. Sally, I make it pie. My mom just, but she understands how Mele is. And my mom told me when she first came with my dad after they got married, she went to Latai, and then she and Halaivalu were sitting on the table eating. And Mele came. How Mele came said, I'm looking for the Piata Halaivalu. Mele, Kosilia Koktoko Uaya Oku. O sai pe ya. Tapa bito. Get out. Tapa bito. That's how she was treated, my mom. I'm married. I remember I was about, I think I was about 6 or 7. He mate asimoko. Ule mate asimoko na Tuilatai and my dad get together na baloi falkoloka matoi ma I kolona tamate le baka avi me ko toki fa ke putu. Ako tanga sala ko manatui. Me and Betty me tak mo Betty. Me and Betty went in ose ngai me pa mahua mo Betty kiloto. Betty went and sat by Simuoko. Kau alata wia and sat on top he uluko Simuoko o amo Simuoko, and we both were crying. Oh, vale pe ko la. O sia we ki film moto ko suria tiu ke te. O pa ko tani fo ba ko tani me mo ko vale pa ha ka ki tua. Pa ko fu ki tua alo tangi ko tua me mea. Ko to ki pa ko tani ako e mo fa ria ki film moto. Ka pa po ni no ya we to mai no te ta ko no hinga o kwa ke ta o tu mo ko me tanga. But I was just a kid. I didn't even know. I don't know better. See me. Ko tanga sala. Ko tanga ko ya masi mala e fi de moto ai. E ta ko ne foi me da fai ka. Ai
And to share the story about, you told us a while ago about Mele and playing piano at the church.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and Auntie Mele, ko mautu pake na tapo ke mautautu. We're not allowed to sit in front of her. But sometimes she comes to church, sometimes she doesn't. But when sometimes we sit and she come and sit behind us, and then she realizes it's us, she'll be pulling our hair and tell us to get back. And so we were kind of careful to notice if she's there or not.
Yes.
And then I remember when she comes, she'll come and play the piano. But when she comes, Inoke will be playing the piano. Oh, she'll be mad and she'll be, she's not talk things about Inoke, but he will be in a bad mood, and we know because, in the next following week, she'll make sure that she'll be there first so she can play the piano and not Inoke. And then when we come out, from church, she'll be taking her tawala off and all the cigarettes come down. So she doesn't smoke, but that was her business. She buys the cigarettes and she sells them individually. She make more money selling it individually. And then she had it on her tawala, but then when she took the tawala, she forgot the cigarette was in there. So when she took it off, all the cigarette was coming
down. It's so funny. All those memories.
One time that at Morris Hedstrom, and I left early. Holla was still there. Mele came and Holla was trying to run away, but she had a little earring All I was trying to run away, and Mele grabbed the hair and then came down to the ear, and Mele hold the earring, and all I left, and my hide the teddy. Because Mele was standing with the earring. You see Hola's ears, he is the little thing here there. Because Kamanatu ya Mele Mataele.
Salah.
Io.
Cái ilo của mình mau phai chắc và family. Ai oleh Atu salah pakai.
Tama mori. Nakasahi na ko ta. Ko me ko mo time tale ni ti ko me ko hata teji pa ko tale ni ti pe ko ki ma pe awia.
Ai teh ya salah kai koi fakka te
Hi Mo.
Hello.
O fato Mo.
O fato. Na ita mau pea mere ia ko he mua mai a inoke. O lau ke kakai ke lava rea ka inoke. How she respect inoke. She can't say anything. She can't say anything to inoke.
Make sure how early ke ra how ya ta piano te ha inoke.
Whakaari atu. Wha koe time ko alango ko mau api. Mau ki pei to fok mai pe mau te pire papa masia papa. Kone a pe uhi kuri takut ko to kilalo. Takut te sio mai pe mulaya. Tame mo kai ba takut pe laga tat pe mula musimo ko moia. Ha ia takut tu mau te fai se taha. Ka mau takut mau to ilal hanga kau ha. Mo tala pe ko uhi kuri takut kilalo.
Kon alango ki market ko ilo fine iki. Pai mo ange e ani ene tola ka ikai ko te kape.
I know.
Pai mo ange tola ka alu ka te mari. That's all she need.
Kon neri kon ka ha me tata hai ka ko te talange ki ha me fe ka ak me fare alo tui.
Yeah, I know it. I know. Atu tahu dah ada orang tu.
Apa ke boki fare gi market tu uang tapi ai ha ma ko peta ya. Nelisa. Ai alo kumi mai ho ko fu ke ma ko out ya po mo te poto a. Ko te ki ai ko mo atu. Ai ke to ha mo ha no. Kape tu ha ke tu tu. Kuri, se o que dá rato hakuri kita mato. Ha, udah no kape. Oi, me voy a aqui que fano como gute a hati.
Salah. Na teki na hala kun salo te panama ilo kamu pilore kokini akini ko ame. We o que la vai re ma ka murinta oku kape ite akini.
Nei loi fogea ko kautua posie ki ai.
Oh iya.
Kaori moni. Ko mahola ma pe mokini ko masio pe ka kamote mamana ko tangata hoki no alofa. Ko ne aspa bere ko malele ake maloi ta mama ko de ma pe magi ulo kita te ba osimate ma kita mai tangata ko.
Oh iya.
Iyo.
Auntie, why don't you also share that story that you said about Auntie Mele and how she dressed in Quincelote?
Oh, I was to tell the story. When I married my husband, namuna Maria Momorio algihate ho. Na ya ilo pe ko tipo ahau. Ai fana ko ya ko sela ko halai valu ko.
Iya.
Fana ko ya matu ko hai ka fini motua. Daddy, ko hai ka fini motua. Na cookie ko na fa cookie he me tu ya sela liku a ko liku a pa ko atu ai ne a ta o ta tu ma liku a he apo mori mo mea ta ma ta fa na ta mai liku a ka te au so mai ka ta no ko ni ko ta no ai na wi ai tonu he ta no ko ni ta mai nai alo a mere ia ki koro po ha ne me na fai pe ha uia ne ai mana ta ne alo ala ka ne me pero ha ne mene pea ita tu pa ma pe lau mai ka me ai ki ai no lau mai pe kai la fo me o me o afio ma kun sa lo te me o lunga ke lo moa pia haere foi ki lalo o e ka pe ha me ko hoko ko fe lo porque na me re ya ko hiki pe ata tala tu ko ki ai ko me na ulang mai ka mere na wala ke ne me pa pa na ulang mai na to ka mere tala se mo ha tala nge kun sa so mai mo fanong le mai ka te au o kai ke hata hai Tonga ni tene whakaua wa i au ka koe whiwhine koe na. Koe ngā, koe wala koe na wala ina, wala ia mere. Koe mea lere, koe mea ana he ka mea lere, a mere iau. Tapu na te whanonga moto e lea ka mere. Ke kai hata hai tatau mo mere. Tama e riku a talu me aho ko ia kai ke te haki whin mo te loto a ki ai ke toi rea ka mere pe toi aha no whaua wai. He ko lea tonu a kun salote.
It was so true.
Tene whakaua wai au ka ko whiwhine koe na. So, tama ko tala mai hei, ko anti ake e mori ka mea koe ea pana he api he waratu.
Hi, Sala. Good to see you. I haven't seen you here before.
I know. Ko fai me ko mama fo mo fa mo puna ko na ai me ko toa. Pa ko ha we na tango to en of work out fai po o pe ko o lava mai mea.
Have you listened to Auntie Pauline's
I listen to everybody's. I have at Inga. I have listened to everybody's. Except
Pauline and no foi a Mele Mataele.
Yes.
Pauline. She knows everything.
There's good information for all of us. Right. What a blessing for us to know that.
Hello, Sala.
I love you.
Kasi manien helio. Kamaltalian kapiu tiene trabajo hako.
Iyo.
Wabe mo tesmani mo. Matu po ofar mo to.
Pauline.
To la fai mai
That's beautiful. Atu we have for you know, beautiful.
Iyo.
Iyo o fatu.
Na kumaheni moia kakosimuoko. We know her. They are close kia e kumam.
Yes.
Sala lu e koe ki matawai mo ui,
Iyo. Na how we're very close a mom pe mo mom. Very close, tight. Yes.
Tupo.
Wow.
Koe hau ka na ngawe your mom and dad i vavau. Koe tala mai mau pe he whae. E kohi whaka ne pepe ko ki princess ho whae mo si o mo mea ko hoi ko Mele being the eldest. Baka mai lahe kau roto ko vi. She told me herself privately. But lahe Aki loto ko via ka filmatu ako si Atu. Oh, ma'am.
Teke na ilo na toko mam ako kuang alere iya koe ki.
Very sweet woman. Yes.
It's nice to see you, Sala.
Glad to see you, sis. Smani of lahat mo mamata yung sila. I love you too. Love you.
No es así. Hey,
Nice to see you guys.
Polini.
Yeah.
Polini osfanong kolea ko fie lahi au pito. You know, all those stories he said, I haven't heard those stories. So it was really great for everybody. Sharing.
Banda tu in the gila si yaw.
Yes, yes.
It's okay.
Que tau ilo e tau kuina. Ai, te Lisa.
O fato awe masi katak vom remore ko atu ha ko te si mama haki ko ki te ke lava holo atu o te kata angalo ya que ne tala no atu alo to ave matu he marketi Hameti Hameti pe mame ma foi que kai ba fazia o faki que atu Kako fea pelinis tá quando me si quando bele atu ko be ma me ako mata no ga pa kai ma toki kata fo ki mau ko si okay pe ko pura pa me me foi le si pala lo to ai ma se a kata ko ta we si Ora di mau le si pala e marketi ko no vo fai che ta la le fine che ha to le si pala i kita o fa to ka mo to wa ngai ko la ko to da mai pe nani lo to nga live ya atu ko o yo me ka si wa tu ga
o fa Nelisa
mili o fa to mo sala ka ilo e
Io.
Ko iki ko ha ko tu di mambo mo atu ko ko vale pe na mo o to mo ane fe ko di ki ma mo atu ke o te matu pe po to me ve hotel atu wa ko ke me
o falat ko mata
asi o fat ko me angai ko la ko no fat pe me tu ki ko ni o to ya to ni o ta ma ki ko si hoa ni wangai ko la ko ma lo pe ni ke mo i mai ko tu ano si ria ka ki fa ria na fa pa ita
ko mo fai ho mo hu o fai ho ku hu tu o wa oku ala ke wo ngoi ha me a ko foi mo
Because ko ko senior citizen ko me ke hu hoi ra ke na ko
kai ho lo ke mo hu sala ala ke wo me pete u no ala
you lucky
tu ka ko o fa
Ton ke ka mai hu ka mai senior citizen ni.
Oh iya.
Kay look young be amo.
Thank you.
Te look young ya mo he tai min ke te mari.
Hey.
Tu go mo loi.
Hey po. Ma loi ho mai.
Ai mo ke aki manat melia malakai.
Okay, ke loi poko hame ku hawa ka kami ke na hu ha he me ka.
Ai io ko ia.
Koe.
O ke mawa malakai ke huai nei ngai manat melie.
Po ko kami en ko kami en ko maka en sio atu.
Dai, que cambia malakai ia. O ke mau ia ke rea malakai ke tau fanong.
Shortly.
Hey.
I'm gonna mo sala. Ya ko e si o pe a mele ha fe itu ke maua o malu e atu. Ko e kape a sala tan ko kuri me fe ko ke alo mari mo ya. Ka ke ilo e mele ka si o ke he a wia. O wale pe foi a. Ko e ki kai me a kai a po hu holo. Tama e hu holo ke mange ki ai. Tamai hulu ore vai kai ka ha o mele ke mo ke tau kai. Lo tonga pe mau kai me huang a mele ko first time me ke sio ma mele ki ha mo sala. O ne wa sio mai pe ka pe ma mele. Ko ha ho nga we fai. Ai va ve ko ta mai talani. No mo pe me o ko fai a ko ria hona. Ia albea ko Hawaii pa fa tamai me elava ke o mai hapsilini he foi peixe ke hoku bai ta io kage ba ku ia ho ki fare kosi o kuia he opposite ko na o tenting Hameti he ve morisi a first client he walk in the day you know he e foi
pong
ko ia e Mele walk in. Tamachi o helu ke u helu.
Mele Mataele.
Kai ke nei loi hok mata tang. Okay. Pa ko tau tu ki share o foi sio. Os be helu tama e Mele. Ne malo bi tama sio tang e o te ki to ni ma ko ku me ka lunch te ala Mele. Ko second one ko how a client. Pa ko la tia ko lo fu helu fu ko po ke te. O ta to ha ke helu os ko to e mata.
Tu ko fidel.
Tama aloy. Anh mày naman na fufi ke ulo Mele.
O pe Mele ba u helu to ta e.
Malakay ke longo eh malakay.
No, ganó aloy.
Makai, tapu de ko
Ako mau sa office tanin ke longo office na kere.
E how? Tu fine onatu apa o fuata lani ke pepe lan mako lanik mahina nima. O tu heri poi mo asak foka Mele Mataele. Pa ko kula ko si fit tonu at pe atu apa Mele ko kita hinen asala ko lan foi tala bo foka lan ko ne hanga pe ko hanga fa batala ima hiku o hiki kuri ke ha. Tiera o la tala ma pepe foka Kako hafi moto ko mate matu ve file tamai ko mate matu kakai wa tu ha ko ikuri ala tahine maria. Ya ko mariki uta. Kanai Mele he kai ke lava mlakai o lea no ai me family.
Iyo ko we fa po pe malakai ko ma.
Familia ko familia ko ni ko te hau ki ai ke te poto ko alo tu pe ko family ku pau ka pate te havita fu ma ni onye te feel out of place in family ko ya o pe ka me ke te loi ki me pe te mo
ta ko wa ko o penny
Como a penny
That's funny.
O fato po.
Ko mau ko fu kami mai ta ha no fa kata ko ta family.
Sai pe ko fu kami o poto henga gon poto pe ninga me ko to.
Ko fu kami matalele ko mo family.
Ko fu kami o ku poto lele yo no ai family
Poto lele ho.
Ko fu kami to ton ke kick out me family.
Oh ya uston pe ke family ko po ya mata ofa pe ang family.
Ka fa malo tanto e kata kilahi apo.
Iya, ko me.
Moi ape.
Hoko apo ke ni fae o kata kilahi.
Kwa kwe mo fae asisu.
Pe kakai kata.
Kwa kwe mo silia makata kilahi.
Mo nila tu bo.
Salah.
Alu ke loto.
Ko mana tu e mafaa atu ki api. Ke mo ko mana tu lele pe mafaa ki api ke mo sine iki.
Ko ia.
Mo tu lu atu pe fetu mala makapuna tu ki api mala e kula tu ki api. Ko ma foki ma upe ku paupe ai ko foi puteni ko paupe ke loto fine iki ka hame ke mamo ki uta. Ko mana tu lele ke na wa atu ke manti lele asi mo ko.
Ko anga e tau no fomo a fi of fani ko anau tolu
Iyo.
Mo fani.
Ko pau mau pe ke asi mo ko hame ke mamo ya.
Iyo, kai ko to eloi.
Mo so mai ki mo la so mai ki he, ngalo ku ngalo mea. Mo so mai ki he.
Iyo.
Ko to he na lo mana ri mai ka te au. Ko to hi na
e rocks mai.
Ko to hi na e ua pea ke ilo pu hamena ho ke to he taha. Pa ko to fa muy mai eni. To hi mai aho ua fito e peleri tahi wa fitu hiva.
Wow.
ko tala mai ke me na da to he ki mua ka siria pa pe mona te ki tola ta ki ave ne ki tola ki ai pe porque to ho no ko to me ko ni ko tala mai ko ai ke ha ki LA ka fe mai ne se ni ti he ne si mo ile le mahala mo ne me pe ke fa la me ai ko mat malolo yo te ke ave tola ia
e atu e ke aka se simani ko ilo wenga itoki mena motua o ma ese simani e na ia ese simani on ave ko alo mag fare mahaki
mani
le at ka polin simani
arts pe ne uta
e ke aka polin e ke aka se simani
mani ya Pauline is over there mani
mani
aloma
le mai na ke e ke kiai
koina
Yeah.
Utohi
na ke mau ta aloma
I had to go and
i fare mo algia ne mate
yeah, na mo le utohi la. Why?
Ani.
Pe ke mai ba he mai si rock mai.
Oh, mahalo ole ko mo le pia pa. Ah, ko sumai pa neto ke ai mai ngai le ko ya. Iwa ko.
Iyo. Ko se si mani ne ma o ya ko aloma.
Atu e ka atu.
Ta fra ko ta e mani na ilo ya na tal mai ka tia na ala ko na algo mate aloma ria prepe ume aloma.
Puto mani ya.
Iyo papa na tu ya molaku ia.
Yeah.
So he still have.
Na kuya ya he putolo ma na mo ya he putolo ma.
No. Na
kuya ya he putolo ma.
Eh si ka atamai fa poto. Mani go pe ako te re ai pa ke o mai umea pa ton ke ama ki tau sio.
Oh, now le ape ne pa Pauline. Ikai.
Have your turn, mani.
Inoke's brother.
Oh, okay.
Tu pake ko tu pake ko au ko sa pate ko to ape ko pake o ko ha puka lo ma o ko ne kitini ko ne tu me puka lo ma no ve fare o pe mai kitini pe mai kitini he maka ha puka to kitini alo fa ne me akai ho me alo ave ke ko atu ave mai lo ma seri te ho fulu seri te every week ta e mai lo me kito e ki seri
big money
ne me akai ango tope pa ko si ilo ta mai ki ko pa ke ota ke ta al pe a ko ngai ilo mai lo me seri
Atu tao mai to ya loma
ko he te la watu
iyo
oya we kon
Peso ata
no mai dearest Atu and husband and yours, most blessed kids, please spank my soul forever wanting to drop kick to you a gentle missive just to say to you a holy hello.
Wow.
I sincerely yeah,
how much you ata?
A letter is so old.
The smiling $5 you so kindly sent on Christmas with the winky Christmas card. It brought to me precious piece of heart, good light, my spirit dream to have a very rich life. You and me must receive letters of love from loved ones whose silken godly beauty always divines. Now while writing this symphony, lapella letters, they are a pearly silver-like memory, a whisper from the lovely garden of shadow. I just remember your dearest face when you were still there, a grace of virtue, something like the celestialness of life and way. That Christmas words you wrote on it make my soul well like a puppy of paradise, and my heart becomes like a jelly of tears because of its tender Christ-like greetings. While I am resting the waves of life, happy sorrow, fullness in life, you must drink unfathomable tears. You are there in eternal, beautiful Hawaii. Play. You have all. Oh, pray. You have all a loveliest happiness through all times and eternities. Then you can share, well, all its happy and grand moments, making life precious, heavenly. I still saw you, Atu, when your parents used to carry you, where's a babe, your angelic babies had rested well in their heart, which loves you more than you love you. You always mean something to me, Atu, that no other else could equal on world. You gave me food while here, and others in of kindness and compassion. Then I ask no more from life, for soon I will die from heart sickness. I was in hospital 3 times on operation. Trouble. Unfortunately, I came out alive, both and nearly lovely. Okay. I'm quite way you symbolize all that is good as from your holy grandmother Lolohea. You will recall across the rolling blinky years these humble words of mine. It will tiptoe goldenly into your garden of remembrance because of its simplicity and humility. Something.
In Tonga, never go overseas or anything.
Just life always incomplete, which is a complete, thrilling magnificent soulmate of medalist something. But your friendly Isles heritage will ever be in your being. You will inhale its Tongan fragrance as sweet scent by ever bountiful memory lane. You become a little blessed family. Well, it is a miracle from my prayers. My soul. Seeing you on the tingle and life with us. Well, all of you, let me ramble onward to you. I love best on world and universe. Time crept up hither with momentous prayers for eternal peace. I seem to hear again the wise echo of your voice. Calling you had gone like angels on light flood tide, passing like dew on mist of shadow. But you,
it's poetry.
Yeah, but you're still there, and I'm here, and our today is like a rich illuminate song of blessing. Whenever you see sun, moon, remember this. Me praying to God for blessings. I want $25 to pay for my hospital fees and other. You see, I'm coming to LA soon. This money I asked to help me with my clearance papers. Don't send a letter on post straight to me. Just send it to a letter to me on Cecilia's letter. Because Cecilia will give it to me. Think the safest way for me to receive the money. Atu, I hosted to you and your godly family a flag of cross-like love as something eternal love, all my humble love, Mele Mataele.
Oh, Atu, you were his heart.
Oh my goodness.
He was describing you.
Shakespeare.
Yes. Great. He was explaining how you are when a baby growing up too, yeah?
Make sure that he's, he get his food every time.
Kumanatui ay aho koyo toloa. Na ta lolo kakai ipangai. Kai tu taha kau kapteni ki olunga na tu kawa peni. Pea mololoma. Tu uhaka loloma hono tau koe na ni mau.
How? Koe tau koe ana e lue aloma I mua ka lue tu ia tu pōwhai mui koe na I whika wa. Tau ia na mau e loma koe e tau ko koe toloa pe ua e tui.
Tō atu.
Whauria mo oni. Ke si o peke ne ilisi When I go describe ya atu en mata ofa ko ya atu kiai, monoanga. Oh my goodness.
That's a precious letter for you.
Keep that letter atu 3 times and
keep it. Eliminate it like later took lere.
Yes.
I lost
Pepe, whanau ko ta Hameti nau pehe ko tope. Mata ofa.
Yes, yes.
Atu,
Every
pakalele peki ya ko te taipe.
Everyone. Everybody in our family is just like that. Atu ia ko mata ofa. Atu, nagai te wha mata ho fetu koe umea ka mori petoki atu au e Hameti o tuku ia kentini pia osi nga mari ho to e pure e kentini. Koku asi pe whare koloa kurere aka ate maloi taha mama o.
Porque mai ke ka pa fa ke whare koloa ko ngake o te ave banga
Atu, nakate ke whakamatala e ta alo katui latai.
Ke plaka ko hau, i feta fao ka si o mai ka mo ta utu.
Tau pe tala noa Maria ia sio pe mai le vai ta me akai mo ta.
This family is all for love.
I want to share this with you. Give me a ni o ko ke fa share e awia ka ko tui pe mau inga. Ko nga ko iloi ai na kamata be ya Mele Mataele a ene offer.
Yes.
Respect I fare tu I mo ho eki. And when it comes to my dad, hange ko glau ko from matala ko ke ne alu ko ave pasi ki he tu pere ha ke mea. Ka koe manatu ma pe te ti tamai na mai ma pe ka te o offer ko ne lea ma pe pe. O ku offer ngo tamai ki ya. He ko hinga ke tu I mo tu pere ha ke. He koe ai koe kentini na fika ke tohi ko to ki ai. Foi tudo mai pe tu I ave pe ka Hameti. Uvaka ko uvaka meili na ka ki ngofua hao ya ki vaka. He ko Hameti o tape na ngofua ke au ki vaka o frata ene stapai. Pa koe whakato ko he tu I ene so mai mo soka. Pea popa ko pe ka Hameti ke auranga tango ne foi ma ke foto e soka. So hangare va meto fralere soka for many years. Fralere soka. Sai. Pako foi tawa ngi ma ko fitu hivaen na tawa e vaka ki Tonga ko vaka meili. Na ko vaka meili me Europe na soka Pe aula va meto tangi ai na tau. Ai tamai ke me ke na tau mo timi ko akrofo. O se na tau ko te tewe ke fai tu na meni nusila ai soka me ko soka mama ni matiko tonga ni ko me pe tonga te ke ilo mama ni a tonga una ka he soka pe ala me to tala no ki kapteni o baka me mea o talangi ko mai mo ai tu I una fe am ke na alu ki nusila ki he me ka ko ke pa nga ia ke na alu he Patamai le hetangare he kapteni e fitutaki ki aseria ko ha tali me ai pa dentro tel talanki ai. O fitutaki e pego na fitutaki me nusil tamai. Na he ka futoko klepe na toko tolgo ful be fango ful tu ta e totongi na al ki me ki nusila ko me pe Hameti na talangi ka na to he kau soka ke na o mai na me akai ke na wo mo ya ave ke kautonga ko nusila he ke tokoni ka na to he na no fo mo na me a he na ke ta to yo alu ki fekani ki nusila o kau he tuna meni ko na fai just because na ala meto area ko mai mo ai tu I ke ma ke na alu sai algo Hameti ko ya o fe ala Hameti fala como secretary ko ai Secretary ko ai soka mani o le sisita a Tonga o kau he soka ko ke kau he soka mamani pe ha Hameti ka Amerikani ha ko ya ka te ala te me ko Tonga ko lo ke tama ko na Palestina ko soka I Tonga ko va he la hita hai I Tonga ka to he ka minista mo me tama ko na anga lu ko a mea anga lu ko ka keiti mo mea Ka koe no hinga kono recognize ko o sokai tonga me komita mamani na na hangare wa recognize o mai na topa tai mi mia ko ka utama una bahele ta tonga ka utama ko una palestini ko he soka but ka koe mea e taha ko whakamata ki ai ko tai mi ko toa pe o ku matu ko sapate fiha e o vale pe ku tawang e me alere ka usotia ka Hameti pe so me pe teo tanta ekipa alo o algo ka pa ko ma wange ai TV fo o atui ko firma ka lang Hameti ke nasio soka ki tobriang pa tama Hameti ko mo fo ko ya ko fam na ya ha ku camera pe ko ha ku video ke video he ko ta u tu awia ko tu i ne alo access lo ko antena mo access lo ko ai TV ke nasio kai ta pe Hameti o me ka ko ilo i hange ko me ka ko mantu pe ya ko ta ko to mai pe au ai fusit ka ka to ke pe ko ala ngai si pe ap ti pe ha ke ave ke ape tu i he ko nga he nai ilo i pe he Hameti nai o famoni o tamaiki ai pena whakawhainga maari e nga mea kotoa pena ne whiema o ke whai tonga he tu i pia moe mutipere hake. Pia ko hanga pake o hake ko ilo i I think o really rati ia tau tolu ia te family o tau ofa pia tau apa pia tau respect ai whare tu i mo ho eiki he anga tau nofo. Wa tau sio tai nimi ki tonga ke ngai mea hoko i tonga tai nimi. O ko ngoi ako tu kina o pita o hek whakaukau at ke ngai mea hoko i tonga tai nimi. He koe mea na ki tawanga na ki tau tupu mo ia pa na ki tawanga ki ai.
Ko ia koe mea ko tokang ke atu. Siasi.
Ko ia.
O fu kakai kone siasi o kunau whae ngahi rea kovi.
Ko ia.
Ave ai e siasi. Ka wherewa ai tau ngau e whakawhaiwheka.
Ko ia. So ke mea kona hoke tamasi pinisi, sire toe foki, you know, koe ngai mea na tutong ke tau tokanga a pito ki ai.
Ai toi no.
Atu nalanga Hameti o Talanoa, poko Talanoa e Hameti, e taimi koe na whaalo ai koe ki he na fioke na Talanoa koe ki he soka. Kone hua tupe koe na Talanoa hange ko mea koe na ke lawe ki ai. Talamai e Hameti talang he tui. Talanoa noa ia ke o ka whaingofua e ta Talanoa. Kai rewa ki te kau ha e re mo ilo mo mea. Pa te tau a whe, paha ho mea e kai. Kone alua tu kone taimi ko tope ko alua toi tang he tui. Ta Talanoa noa ia ki whaingofua e ta Talanoa. Pana kai rewa ki te whai whakaia koe whakha e re mo ilo mo e mea. Alu kai te tau a whe ki he o sio wa inga he whai wa inga lei tongo. Te tau o kai rewa ki to ko tamai ko ta no e Hameti ke taimi ko tope ko alua toi tang tui ta Talanoa noa ia tau.
O tano marine so kai.
Nice to know that, Mo.
Yeah.
Ma pe ko tiene ha fisco. Pa na ala tau kai mo friend in tia kula heni ko mena ai. Pa tama so kai. O ku kai ke ko on ko to ke tu i pa ke na make appointment mo ai ke ilo. Ko Hameti ko ne ape. Pa ko ne lapo Hameti pa na hu mai tua. Kana whanongo atu ke ma mai ena kakata. He ena kakata me pe ma so kai. Na mea na Talanoa i na ba pe me na Talanoa ko ta ko Talanoa pe ke tai mi ko malo e me ma to ma to ko apa la so ka ta ko mawan mo friend India na mawa pa ko ma ka mo friend ni kai ke ngalo he pe fine mati ko India kula ya ka mau tai mo tai la kana ta na mo tui na ta mo tui ma na Talanoa pa ku kata tahine o vale tui kai oh you are red Indian yeah what ke ngai fano ke red Indian ko ta fo ko ilo ko red ko na ko
Kula.
Native American yeah ako fala ke tu oh so you are red Indian pata no mahao ka kata tahine ta me ka ko to fano go ni o ai ma to ko red Indian
Intia kula na tolka intia kale kau intia ta.
Intia kula mo intia kare.
Boy kau India na itu kau India kula.
O manatui e atu o manatui ai historia ko siasi o asiai na ko inoke Koia na ne whai e a rea koe ki he uraki apsiasi.
Apsiasi pe.
O koe kia ino pe koe haka, kako na e kawa ino.
Lia hona.
O me ako.
Lia hona. I remember o asa ino ke i he.
Ia, na tamai Hameti ko inoke na ne alu na kuhinga ma o lia hona ko inoke.
O ia, tangi kau ko ia.
Lia hona. Hena e tua inoke i api perekola sio atu ke he kawe siriana. E na woko tamangana. Patamai nai. O sia mapa.
Na kwalo atu o piki apa maire ke mau ai koe api ko inoke. Ta maire maire ke olango piki apa ke mau breakfast. Patamai Luisa ke maangi ki hono whare kai, pakamato pika pa maire tamai maire. Oa, tau ke apere kola ko sta ke tamai ki. Paka wala tu koi, maha tu koi ki ai, o singahe mea kai mui tange maire. Oa, o mai ki muani, sio ata foki a mua apere kola o lunga ke masio hifoi ki lalo ke hala tau wha ahau. O tala no maire wa e maire mea kotona e hoko. Koe nau nofo pe ai ahoi taha, o kusia ke whafono ma e wesira na mo nau koloa mo nau toko naki alpu ki awa ka wangana.
Wangana.
Iyo, poko nau alu, ko sio hifo ke he kui, ko ne tala no ben, ko sio hifo ke he kui. O ku alu atu ko whai ene fie ilo. Pa ku alu atu pe ki ai, ko ha, ko taim ko na foki mai ai, o ku lere he hala, o ki hau ke nau tala noa. Lere he hala. Ta nau no foi pipe ko hai mea hoko. Ta ko lere i no ke ki matawai mo ui, ke fai whekau misiona, kai ngala te hingoa si ana na taramai pe e maire. Tarange ke ai, ko maa ia e api. Pehange he, api ha, api ke hiki ka ho tau api ako. Patange iyo, te tao ki ai, he ilo pe nau to, e inoke e nau tole api. Poko na lera tupe ko he kako a pasen misiona, tu u he ve hala, o ne tarange reba he pasen misiona. Iyo, koe api eni, koe feitu u eni. Patalange e inoke, ke tange inoke. Na hau e wesiri ana koe nau ofa, tola whaafe he tau. E nau totongi. Tange rewa inoke ka wangana. O mai e koe ko mausiasi, kau totonge ma tolo e tahamano he tau. Pa koe fo iarea pe koe talange rewa he pasten misiona, inoke, ko area ko oku whai, e whai aki pe ia. Kana talange waha, inoke, e anga fefe ho mo ma ta mano ko mo kisi asi u to si pang o mai ka te a mau tol ka ma ke si o te mau totong ko no hinga na hanga e wanga na angi si asi ai api ko ke si asi ke tu ari hona ko tala no mai de te tala no hanga to no ni ko ka he lava me o kui ka ku alu he tala no ko ai e hai ka te tala tu ko aweni na si o mata pa o pa foi tala no ko ia no hinga na ma o ai ko ari hona ko a pe ko area ko ki ta mano ko ia na fai aki pe ia o area i ko ino ke na fai pe i kai to riri
So atu.
Thank you for sharing Noke and Mo, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, ko ta no hanga ton mai pe mai re ki au
E mo.
Iyo.
Ke manatu i ko au na aku fetu taki ka koe. Ke hau hena e fetu taki mai mea tuita ke ange api kia maire. Patalama e maire. Oku ke ilo ai foha lahi o ani. Paudange ia a mo sese tama ea. Fetu utaki ki ai ke hau. Ave ki ai hau. And I remember mo kuau no fetu utakat ka koe.
na alona tu mai ofi mai ki matahau na alona inoke ki tonga ke ai api ke au ko lolo tonga nga fe kawau pe ha uia porque taimi ko na ala to ki mai re ko ki tonga ki he api na mena tala mai e mai re ki au na malolo ma na hanga lewa ai api ku hai ko manu pe ko mai ko siao si ai api ko lolo ma
O siao na ange ka mai le pa hanga siao kore
ko ia taimi ko na malolo inoke ko foke ha foha inoke taimi ko na longa inoke pa ne korean ka maire ko kia ha ku me ako ke hok fa na mo fanga mo ko puna ko ki a pipe ka pau pu a hope a hoko pe ange ke foha ani he ko la hita hai ya foki mai ya taimi ko na malolo inoke pe reanga sio ka ha me hoko ke apo inoke patalange maire sio ona mo wala ke apo inoke. And how pe ho te hina kore mai ki au. Ke tuku pe mo api ke anko no moko puna. Tau e via. Nai tari pe mai ke walwat ke ai api. Paula tu pe ke mo ui. Nai kaka pe mai me lalo ke longa ofisi ko mi staff noa o ku funga waka tolu. Na o wara ma af he kaka nge pe mai pa pe ma af mai Kai te ke tā mai ke uhifo ki lalo ka ke kaka mai ke motua. Ka nai tā ke mai. Tuku pe ke kaka ke ai me au ku te hina puno moko puna. He ku mahu inga ki au. That's the story about what's going on.
So beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, Mo, do you have the home then, Mo? Do you have it?
Yes.
No. No.
What happened, Mo?
No.
How am I? Cô với em được ăn gì?
A lot more. Now, I don't want to talk about it.
Iyo,
Let's
tao
not
có
talk
kia
about
cái
it.
gì?
Nhớ để bảo em Mo.
No.
Tai pe mo tai mo
Taking out for about
Yeah. Like fu o fa
Pepe mai nga ko fe po fani.
Oh yeah.
Malo mo.
Na fa vale ku kuia o ko pe na go fita ki ai.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Cái sai tao tao nó cái ngày mẹ cái ai mata này.
Oh yeah.
Iyo.
Ai au pu ilo ya ai hataha. O kai ilo ya ai hataha.
Oh yeah.
Ko ia.
Alasa.
Ko me pe fa ko fa ko hi ko family ko ngoi pe la mari to ton ke fai ia ko me ko palo pale ma ko 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 tau ilo i ko me ko fai le le mo fo fani ko me ma inga
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ko mo nu ia ma ho api fo ui.
Yeah.
Iyo.
Ko reunion ni ko wa fe mao no.
Yeah.
Mau kai mo tu apo tu la tai mo Hameti mo tu. Mo ni mo me. Pe o vale pe ko tu anga hano. Aba hai. Tu anga ko alanga Hameti pe une fema he ko konga api o pipi ki pe ke api uta go Hameti. O alanga tangi pe une fema ko nga api ki fala. Ila Hameti fuki ko isiri da Amerika ko de fema fe unga pe api ko e. Ko fano wa fuki ko patau ya ba hai. Kaya malok mari ko fika wa fana ngano apia ona. Ela tamai mahai. Teka kema we api but
Very smart, Atu.
Hey, o falta ite foi minito ko ya malere ke fare mea. Tramoni, to o si mea ko pa ma foki ma angene to ata hafe. He? O os le sisita api, os mawe, os le sisita api fo ui.
Toa.
Iyo.
O ko ha te ho ko fiki no ko lo fa ka ave moto aki fo ui.
E alere mo frau fofa.
Ai cái mau mày sẽ yêu cái hạ biểu mô đi ai hạ tì rồi.
Ai ton ke di riwa ai ngoai ho Atu Vaivaka kai Mataele.
Ko ngā whai whekau. Ko ngā whai whekau i whatai. Ko ngā whai whekau i whatai mahana o si mahalo mahina ta. Ma tu kata ka po sala pa eke mai sala. Ko hai ko Mataele whee ko i papiangi. Ko i tamasi au an. Si, ta ko ho ta whamiri kai kai au ilo pe ko. Da kai no foi whatai.
Mataele me ha kami.
Mai ho fo mo pe ki hendi.
O mana tu ina e whakamatala e whine eki a Mataele e ne i wharearea. Ka ko Mataele o kuna kasi ni mo mere wha e koe a anti ai tu whine tui. Mana tu ina e whaele a mele ki a tungi. O ma uai ai. Tala mai e hanga koe e Mataele he whale a lea. You know, kai ke to ia ane. Ene ita koe mo ene. Ko na tamai ko siana Mataele na ka koe whale lea o ke to ia whe. Ka pau o koha mea ita e ho e ki me mea. Koe ke to you know.
Pepe ko mataele ko tau offer ko ana nau ita tatu sio tatu dia he time ko nau ita ye.
Oh, rege fai te ki tala no ko ni very shortly, ah. I went my mission, we went on a mission to Tonga, and Peter Hopewell is a temple president in Tonga. They are my sharing mission together with Hopoate. Peter Elder, come to my office and I want to talk to you. When I walk into his office, I see the I whakatata o tu he matapa ko e o ku no office. O tempare. O kuhange o hakakai o nau te unga whakatonga. Pa nau peheange ki ai. Pita ko e ko fui tā hae. Whanoke whamatala pita ta mai pita. Ko e fui tā eni. O kuhinga hano whakotu he tempare. Ko o mai ko e siasi ki heni pia vouti ko e hangna lau e atu ane nai. Pe loto wharearea ke alau ke tu e siasi hene fui hauto ua ko i ki Tonga. Pea ko e fui whakamatala ko e kau ke mataele. Ko e uhinga ia na e tua e fui tā. Ko e fui vouti ko e a whimea pai e mataele o lava o alawa e siasi ke tu i Tonga. Ko e tāni he tempare. Amo whanongo he whakamatala a ofa lomu he wike ku oshi. Ko e a pita na pe. Mana tiu lahi ngai tala noa ke ave siasi ki Tonga ia tolu taun. Ko foi whakamatala na pe e ofa. O ko lahi e tala noa, ka koe tala noa ko ia ukai tūpō au taki. Ko foi poingi ko hinga ki ai. Lahi e utala noa ke ka kou tui koe foi ku whai ko e ni ai uhinga a whamara
I never trust
e kai nau ave futa noa ia o tupe he tempare. Ka koe tā poa kia ki he hako mataere. Ai foi I whakamatala whakapapahui. Ai foi vouti koe na ai pia mauai he. Tau pehe koe foi, tau tala noa ko toa kau ke siasi. Ka koe tā poa kia ko mai ke hako mataere. Ai foi whakamatala ko ia.
O ngai te au o ku whenga pita ke liliu I he mo o ni ai ngahi ne a kou ase historia.
Koia.
O whanongo ai. O kone pehe ko mataere ia kau kulahi ngahi tānoa loi kehe kehe.
Koia.
So ki mea pena tau kau ai he whamanata te au hau, ko whai lotu mai re. That was it. Nothing else. Ka ke te haki peki recognize o hei.
Koe hana koe mea?
Ko whai mea pena na tau kau ai ko lotu a mai re. Si mai ko whai lotu ko I
o ko whanongo ai wha matala he
But uhinga pe lotu a mai re ko she was the oldest member at the time.
Oh. I mean, te hala kia sine tamo pega meta.
Iyo, kai kia ha mea ai kau ku whanongo ai o tala mai te nau whakatono.
Iyo.
Na ku eke kia maire. Na ku eke kia maire he matai o unga ko tohi ko a Samuei o kai ke lokoa hatala noa ia kau ka whakamatala ki he mataere. O ka tala mai e maire na ne iloi o ku asia I noke he tohi ko a Samuei. Ka koe tāko o inoke, o kui kai ko ha whakamatala ia hataha me he mataere. Koe whakamatala ia e whiwhine kehe o kau kia inoke. O ai ko hono tā o asi I he tohi. O kai kia, he koe tohi ko a Samuei, koe whakamatala e ngahi whamiri kehe pe.
Iyo. O lewa ke whakeu aia. Ka taimi koe na e whai e tohi a Samuei, na nau tohi mai ka mautolu. Ke mana tu ia hau. Na nau tohi me ka tau tolu ke tau anga whakamatala kana ke kore mai ke anga whakamatala ka mataere. Ko tala mai ke kore mai ke anga whakamatala me tau ngomatua. Anga na no pesiansi. Kana to tono ke na kore ka Luisa, kore ka Kalo, kore ka ke kai ko na ke matu o tu a ke na o mai
kai ke whakamatala ia ki a mataere. O kai ke ilo e a whakamena kai ke na whakakawai. Ai whakamatala ke mataere. I don't know why.
Especially
I don't trust Toltau.
No, especially Grandpa Hameti was alive. Na toton ke tala ke tohi mai ki ai ke whai atu e Grandpa Hameti whamatala o kau ka matai.
Iyo, kai toi lo.
But they reach out
That's
to
true.
us. They reach out to us ke mo anga whamatala ka peni mo tō wawau, but we never did because we were busy. And then we just
Matoko maire ne fofua papi he taha he
Tahi tataha.
So maire still alive.
Kai, ke ilo na kau pa mai le he kau raki papi. He me aka na mai filoia ka te au e mea ko sio ai. Na ipe me kakai na raki papi a maire, but they were all papi at the same year he tahi watataha. He mea. So I saw that and I he mea. Ko mea na loto mamahe au ia au he usio na hanga ai whakamanatu o tupo mohoiofo who never na e kai ke kau hafo I mea tahe si asi.
Exactly, Inga.
Kapau na raki papi ia maire. What has she done? Ke si asi ko pioneer. Never ke kau ha mea kana na hona to hana fupa. Kangera ko loto mamahi au he si asi ko I Tonga. E foi mea ko ia. Because to me, very how do you explain it?
Disappointed.
Yes, disappointed.
Maria Luisa.
One journal.
O whanongo mai ke foi, ko mea ko mo lau ki ai, mo o whamai o lau. Ko the Passport Act of 1922, o ku asi mo blueprint out me BYU. Ka ko foi lau e no peta, ko alo no ke whaka au whunga tuku ko o me ana pe. The question of repealing the Latter-day Saint exclusion law was brought before the Tongan Legislative Assembly on 3rd July 1924. The final debate was surprisingly short. Two Tongans, Mele Mataele and Finau Fisi-Ihoi, a Tongan lawyer, both members of the Legislative Assembly, presented the LDS position before the Assembly.
That's a nice story.
Grandpa, now hang out of
Yes. Te whau ai koe Mataele e whohiwa koe monu ka monu ne tō. Koe osi a koe e nau lava ai koe o overturn e whoi mea ka e lava le sisita koe ai mea. I see. We have to read. We have to do our own study. I'm telling you. E o mai ka kai o walk all over us. Ka kai ke tau o do our own research.
Yeah. And you know, now hang out with Hameti, Grandpa, and he was telling me about that story of him and Fisi Hoi, and also Hoi. Okay, mo ilo na mo osilo foi talanoa kau kesiasi, o kau kesiasi I fo ui. How taimi ko na mawe mafai ese kona. Hanga leva se kona o tuli kesiasi me fo ui. Then Grandpa told me that dang lolo hea kiai ko taimi ko ia ita ko Mataele ko ia se kona because you know Ilaisane raised both of them. Ka ko hang alu ko ke ne mawe ai lakanga he ke ma se ai wahai una kaliri ale basiasi. Wak manatu iko ko Mataele ko ne best friend ya Fisi Hoi. A Fisi Hoi ko well known nia ko I Tonga. Alu leva a Mataele o talanga ko ka Fisi Hoi. You need to help me. You know he mea. Alu leva Mataele kastoni. Manatu ya soni ko mo ko poha eva peia o fatafe. He mea. Ha uleva a Mataele o talanga soni. I will help you fight the title. He mea.
Linga, let me just tell you what happened. So what happened was koyong whaifeka na ko si malanga holo. O ato ke api ko na o mea. Se kona hanga e se kona whakahuihui ak naua kuri. Te lea mai koe fo I lea ai mea. Ai whaifeka na ne te mai. E ia aho e to ma whai ai lang api ko.
Yes.
That tong aleva Mataele a koe o toki, you know. That was later ka ko uhinga ko alwa tu koe on whaifeka pa ta hui mai koe.
O alu leva Fisi Hoi ko nao ko hopo I o ange he taito to e taito lo me se kona o ange kia soni. Just because but they me going na ke fa mari they me going ka pa na celebrate ha me aya he me o legal pe ko mari. That's why Sonny had that for
not only that,
but Grandpa said, this is what Grandpa said to me. We all know deep down inside her family, the title belongs to Sekona. He is the rightful for her Mari. For her Mari, kakoi fua forget and if I tau ki si asi, to e tapo aki me.
Wow, wow.
Hey, mo whanau mai ke mea koe ni, ko au tupo niwa, te ore atu ke mea koe ni. Mo sio ke tohi himi koe se asi taimi ni, o kulahi e ngahi mea ai ai, o kai ke tohi a hingoa mataere, sai. Whanau mai ke mea koe na e hoko. Taimi na Palestine State ai a Pau, na utokon bishop e ki ai, ke President Pau. Na alata Rodney ki Tonga ke o mai e umea me i Tonga koe, ke pulusi Amerikani hono toi tap ai fo okon o uhimi. Te hawa Rodney o more umea ia. Pako na whaka hanga pena toluia whoever te a, o ai e mea whaka ai ke hingoa ke ke tu o hingoa mataere ai. Pe mai lewa are kahu ala ki Tonga. Kome ka ke moa ke sesi o whaka tonu. Ka ke lo e are kia, I'm not that type. Ko tanga hei o motoko mea motoko ke mo whange ko ki kau au ki ai. Ko tamai hanga tolu ne President Pau ko na President Steiki i Tonga a kau Tonga he time ko ia ha o Rodney ia kai ke ave mea to tonu ko na ha mo ia more ia. Ha pena to ai no ia pe u hingo te mo ka u hiva mataere ai ko ke to anu hingo ai. Some of them ai ke hingo kai ke. Just so you know why o ko ke tonu na u himi.
To ke kume mai ki himi ko lan kula kula mahalo to okay tu pe mahalo ki oi ya
Io himi mo tu a ke tu pe ai.
To ye ta.
Mo tu a.
Io ko ka himi mo tu a ke tu pe ai.
Mai me ko ya. E himi ko ya.
You know, at our Zoom, Luisa for Hola. I'm so thankful for Hola and Luisa for doing this because the generation for Lusala, Atu, Teisa, and them, Luisa and Hola can write our own history of our family.
Yes.
That's why it's so important to us to have this because nobody can write the history but us. Lava pe Hola Luisa fight because they're so smart.
Yes,
Collecting all the information from all of you guys has Zoom and
that's true, Inga.
Family. So important.
Yeah.
We don't need a palangi to come and write our history.
No.
And Luisa are educated enough to do that.
Inga.
Yes.
Oku poto matarete na lava fai pe mea goia.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
lava pe.
Paul Weppy too. You know Paul Weppy, she's a historian. Kona Gosmari Kota family, she can help.
Oh, yes.
She's very.
Oh, Paul Kiai. Ma watan
Only if you all vote
ikam.
for Trump.
Why?
Kai, po ia he al tene tohi e historia to mololo.
Hey, family, can I say something?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Tangi.
Hi,
Hi, Tangi.
Sorry, I was late. I went with Lopa. I went with Lopa to celebrate Tupo's husband Norman Harris's birthday today.
Oh.
So go see Alofa ngota si ave na seafood kawasi mateisa.
Oh.
Pagkatog sine mamaya to gihao o me kana live to may pehala na may fepaki mahihala. Anyway, I was listening to all that and I was listening to Po Niua, you know, and it brought me to something which I'm really happy about, family, because Po Niua, he's not like that, and we're not like that. So what I really wanted to remind everybody is, do you remember Elder Ryder? Elder Ryder was one that, can you guys hear me? I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Hear you, Tangi.
Okay, I'm sorry. elder Ryder, I forgot his first name, but he was one of the members that Simon Ryder is his name. And if you know the story of the church, he was one that was called. He was such a strong member of the church, but he was one that was called to serve a mission. And when he got his mission call, now Maya hingoa ku fehalaki I spelling go ne hingoa manatu na kai ke tu waye. The correct spelling was R-Y-D-E-R. Kana Maya ko R-I-D-E-R. Pea itaya, but the question levaya I authorities of the church because they misspelled his name. Okay? So he turned out to be, but he left. So anyway, this strong member of the church left the church because of the misspelling of his name. But na ikaw is yana koya, hetay mi kwani na tar and feather ay palofita. When they said, when they tarred and feathered him, the words that the prophet heard was his name, Simon. Simon, get the something. I can't remember, but he knew that this man Simon, he tar and feather the prophet because he was upset of a spelling of a letter, just a misspelling of a letter. But I just want to remind us, our grandfather's name in these hymns, I think there's going to come a time leaders of the church, which I'm so happy. None of us have lost our testimony or have gone astray because they haven't corrected our grandfather's name in these things. So I just want you guys to remember that I'm so happy that none of us have gone to that. Because when I heard Niwa say, I'm not like that, I think we should remember that. And remember that we're not that kind of people.
We should still write that, Tangi. Thank you.
We should still write our own history.
Exactly. Exactly.
But we should still write our own history. The girls should still write it.
That's
we
true.
should. But
That's
we
true.
together
You hear that,
all the
Hola?
right information.
Right
You, Hola.
on. Perfect, Ina. That's just perfect.
Hola, Luisa and Tupo.
Inga.
Oh, I think our historian.
Go for it. Thank you for the support, Inga.
You're welcome,
Hi,
Auntie,
Carlo.
anytime.
Hi.
Hello, nice to see you.
Yeah, I was in a meeting. We have a Relief Society today celebration.
Okay.
Yo, va me foke tai ni e tolu no mo kama.
Oia, kai ke wila e aku whetonge tai mi hu mai au ke fine o whako me o se reso ni.
Oia, hoa ka he tai mi.
O wara ko
You got a
pe.
beautiful hako, Carlo.
Malo, thank you.
Always have a beautiful hako.
Oh, thank goodness you didn't teach today na mail to mui kata fukalasi.
Oh iya, makakapatulo. Kamu mai au ko pe. Ko hamek me osiai. Kau tok manatu hak me tama Erika. Ane ya fika buka ho atu. Oku.
Betonge tai.
Betonge tai mi.
Oh, nga.
Betonge pehe aho ni ho fa. Senior moment.
Yeah.
Ya ha fue me ko misia ho botala noa.
Ah, we, ko sakalata ato e mautalano ke me a ke to ke ha ilo fo o.
Current, Mataele current event.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we're recording.
Hi here.
Auntie, this is so fakalata.
Oh yeah, it's always fun.
Ko ngai tala no whakauri penia e whai. Ko tonga ngā whai whekau, ko lue mau mo hoa pālang he halatahi, me loto nuku alofa mo gongo whai whekau. O kusio anga Hameti nahano ki api pena tu ve matatahi. Pau yang Hameti, ka whekau, mo makai. Ba fa tu ko ke ai ko me kai. Ta ko na isi e hakaya ke ingo fi mo tuaia. O ko hanga I hake ta tolongi ake ko nga ufi vela fata e mo tua. Ka ke kai ha ko nga ufi o mai me kai ke kai ka fa. O ko ta ke mo tua. O ko ta ke fi mo tua no tolongi ake fa Hameti fu ko nga ufi vela fata. O mare ko ke o ko pa lagi o ko o mare ho pa lagi talaga Hameti. Me ako to pe ko ne lu ha ke ka foi se kau ai me kai ke ka foi se kau ka to kilere ko kuma me ke ta kai ona to ha foi se kau ama ga yu ko ha ga ta no bari me
I love that.
Mahalo ka gififi nena na ala ato fa ene shopping eh. I'm sure.
I'm going to tell you another story because I missed the recording. When I put it in English so the kids can listen. When I came to Hawaii, my dad had a bus. You know, that's how we make the living that time in Tonga. So when they went back after they saw me off the Tofua to come to Hawaii, the bus that my dad had a flat tire. But see, he had to put up the sovereign Torona, 36 pounds as a malui, eh? It's a malui, whatever you call it. It's security for me, whatever. Yeah, that time.
Collateral.
Collateral, yeah. So he put all that money, you know, Tonga at that time is very poor, you know, they're very poor. So he put all that money, so he had no money left to fix the tire of the truck. And then Atu talk about the bus that came, that they didn't have to cut it because it's too long for the roads in Tonga. And the name of the bus, listen to the name, it's called Helala Fisi. That's the name of the bus. Yeah. So he gave, Hameti gave the bus to my dad because he knew that my dad had no money to fix the bus that he was running. So my dad no longer drives that bus. He just drove Hameti's bus. Guess what? He told me. Hameti didn't ask for a dime from him. He just come, collect the money, and then he said, Hameti told him, if you have excess money, just put it in the bus, and if I have time, or I'll come and see whatever you have excess, and I'll take it. So my dad said, now and then he would leave some money for Hameti to pick up. Otherwise, when he doesn't have enough, he just keep it. That's how the family, you know, they help each other.
I love that.
Yeah. He just told me himself, my dad, you know, face to face, Kwasiana of Hameti. That's what he told me because of what he did to him when I left Tonga. Just so you know how Hameti is.
Yeah. So can I get some credit when I come to Hawaiian Hut?
We will bill you, and then you have to pay before you come.
It's supposed to carry on.
Yeah, it carry on, but sometimes
Not in Japan.
Not in Japan.
He's helping the poor. You're not poor.
Because he takes after Auntie Kala, not Uncle Hameti.
The problem we have, let me tell you, the problem we have in Mataele family, none of them married a Japanese. I happened to marry one.
I forgot you married me. You married twice.
Empress, very nice. They always give me free food and free sweets. Ha ha ha.
They're nice to give without even anybody knowing.
Yeah.
Very nice to
I tell everybody. I tell everybody, this is not a store. This is a charity house that we have right here called Hawaiian Hut.
I can't wait for Tony. I think Tony's the only one who will give me credit.
Yeah, Tony will.
Danny, what you doing?
I'm making Lou for my YSA tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
We're having a graduation
It
party.
looks like a potato salad.
Tika, you're so late.
I
potato salad.
Me, Keisha, Cee, Mele, and Ruby were at a funeral.
Oh, at the puto. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they have a funeral.
But
Juliana's family.
I will go and watch your thing, Atu, for sure. And then I will send you my questions on the side.
Carlo, confere Teisa. Pero to fare tango tu pe mo ne mea. Kapoy ke asi maia. O pe ke mo hano inga na ko mo heia. Carlo ya tu ka Teisa ke ala ke ke mea, po ke ne mea.
O fano
I'm sure you have been.
O fano o pe o tai me ni ya ku mo he. Pe ko
Paletti, I see you online. Hi, Paletti, love you.
I remember Teisa for tango tu pe ko o mo he. Ko ya na ta ngi ta me ki mo ma fai ta ye no ya ko na ke ni lo ye mo he.
Paletti, I make it out siat ka ko.
Single ladies.
Hey, we have to cut Teisa que si oja que me ha que si o me ka me aquí ai.
Na ko kita ba ko anti Teisa.
Auntie Tessa,
Le ha que me ha.
she didn't realize that she was muted.
No, Teisa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's muted and her camera's off.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because when I came back, I said to her, how come you are not? Yeah, I have been seeing it. I have been looking at it. Carlo, you look nice. Kuala atake ke asmutua.
I know.
Thank you. I'll be 84 pretty soon. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Okay, look young there.
When is your birthday, Carlo?
It'll be October 19.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have a full party.
And my husband will be 95.
Oh, wow.
In August 1st.
Wow.
He's still home with me. I'm so thankful that he's still alive. Yeah, he's still home with me. I think if he was in another home, he died already. But he's well taken care. That's why Carlo and Ma move here and stay with me, so they can help.
How are your nurses?
Huh?
How are your nurses?
Oh, the nurses is good. See, I have 2 nurses come every day. They're at what is it? The island.
No, Carlo Momao.
They're very, very good. But the thing is, I will tell you what they gave me. They tell me first 2 things. Auntie, I hope when Harry dies, you don't get married again. I said, of course I don't want to get married again. And then I get tired of them keep telling me about that don't get married. I said, you know what? Harry died today, I get married tomorrow. and then they said, Auntie, we want to feed you so you can be fat like us. I said, I'd rather die than be fat like you too. But we have fun. We have so much fun. Everybody bring us food every day. We have dinner, we have lunch. People invite them to go out and eat lunch or eat dinner. All the time. I will come and visit you guys because yeah, me too. I have my 2 twice, but I didn't feel anything. Oh, wow. I did not feel anything. Yeah. Come, come however, my. Oh, yes, I will.
Olive.
Nice. It'll be nice.
Say something. You could just watching us. You don't say nothing. Say something so people know you.
Who's that, Mo?
Come on. Olive.
Olive, yeah. Olive.
Come on, say something. Where you live at? You're in Seattle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, say something. If we come around,
say something, Olive.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Maria, may pagkakamata. O Pascalo.
O Pascalo.
O Pato. O Pato Sese.
Kalau mau pak hete ya malakai hunung utu. Oh ya, jangan bawa nato kayak mutu malakai.
He's so funny. He's so
Thank you,
funny.
Atu.
Namau whakakofua, kalo namau whakakofua ke rea. Pako ne rea peko tang mau chai ke longo peko na on.
Malakai. Tala atu e sio ke ote ke whaalea. Ke olewa ke accept koi pa ke toki lea.
Ko fola pe accept ya Malakai. Kalau kau ini mau accept Malakai, tak wait yang mau.
Ko sio pe ya o ku whakamata lili atu.
No, Sarah. Unmute your montea.
Oh, mute ya.
O que kore atu ke family.
No salah mau Malakai. Salah Malakai.
No kalo. Whanau ke koreko.
Ai mua pa ke alau ke o mai a tā he kau kami ke ne whakufonga i atu. He koe he ko mau futau o ai ne tau ni manoa e mau kau tom pe ke a whainga maari ke ma kua piloto whaha i tau mata.
Kalo, ko talange ke toko uai au peni. Amalakai. Ko ai e mataele. Ne ai.
O mau pe mau fia mato ya pen. O hau a pen ya pakau li. Mau pe mau fia mato ya pen.
Pe mo Malakai. Ko ne hu ai te kala te nai o ai e fo i me ke matale potang. Mau sai ke longo pe ko na ona te.
Aku lagi pe Malakai mo oni.
Malakai.